Hey guys, welcome to Luke and Lewis. We're back at it again with another episode. Just wanted to say, make sure you check out the Billy Darcy episode from this week. It's really, really good. The last episode we put out, it's a banger. One of the best guest episodes
from
we've ever
last
had.
week.
And look, if you don't watch it, hey, it's literally your loss. So that's on you.
One of our better episodes to date.
Yeah.
But, the human brain goes, I'm not familiar with that, so I will not try it. Don't worry. I know. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
cannot
my life.
fucking say that. That is literally 90% of your
I
personality.
do it with
something
food.
new. Yuck.
No, I do it with food, not podcasting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very open-minded to new podcast episodes that seem
That's true.
Maybe not great from the outside, but once you get in there, amazing. However, sushi, no way.
Yeah, if you treated people like how you treat food, you would be the most racist man of all time.
Yeah,
From a different culture I don't recognize. Yeah,
definitely wouldn't like Asians, that's for sure. No, I actually do like. Actually, I would say Asian food's one of the only foreign delights that I enjoy.
I got you onto it. I got you onto Asian food, I think.
No, you got me onto
forced you to
Japanese.
try some shit.
I was a massive Chinese fan.
Hey,
right?
where's Japan?
In Asia, I meant you didn't get me onto Asian food in general. I was already a mad Chinese fan.
Thank God.
You know, dim
Thank
sims, lemon chicken, spring rolls. You know, actually, spring rolls are Japanese.
Spring rolls not Chinese. They're not Japanese either. I'm pretty sure they're
What
Vietnamese.
Are they? Oh, really?
Vietnamese. Yeah.
Japanese restaurants have really tried to claim them as their own. I feel like they all do a springy roll.
Yeah, they probably all do to some extent. Yeah.
That's for white people.
You are correct. I was never onto Japanese food, but Lewis really showed me the delights of chicken katsu, and that's it. That's all I'll try.
That's it. Yeah, guys, I want you to know I tried so hard to get him on sushi, and I know he would like it, but he can't get over.
No, I've had it. All right, we all know the story. Okay, grade 3 multicultural food day. I had a vomit.
Oh, that's true.
I was 8, and it's been
Traumatic experience. I'll let it slide.
Yeah, 16 years, and I've never gone back. So
yeah,
you know, if a bad thing happens to you once, hold it in your mind, hold a grudge, and never let it go.
Absolutely. That's probably the best advice I can give to all of the young men and women that listen to this show is always hold a grudge, and never let anything grow, and do not grow as a person.
That's what I was going to say. Most importantly, never evolve or change.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. Okay, so now that the life lesson is out of the way, we need to, I think, do some apologies, boys. Last week, we played Among Us on my live stream. A very popular game at the moment. And pardon?
Oh, yeah, last week for them. Sorry, this is yesterday for us.
Your brain is faulty today.
I'm not going to lie. I have been working too much. I've been looking at screens, haven't been sleeping enough. And today I woke up and I'm Joe Biden. My brain doesn't work. I've got hairy legs. If I go like this, it'd fall out of my fucking ears. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna say a lot of dumb things, and I'm also might not be on, but also I'm a bit of a wild card this episode.
You are. It could be great. It could be appalling. But either way, he will be malfunctioning, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. You actually opened the Zoom call today when we all got on here to plan the show. You got on here and was like, boys, I think I'm hungover. And everyone went, but you've never drunk alcohol.
Yeah. I said, I think I'm hungover. At least I assume. That's what it feels like.
Guys, Lewis has a headache and it's his first ever one. But welcome to the club.
I made an error, streaming with you last night. Great fun. Went very late. Finished it at 11. And then me and Jazz were like, oh, let's watch the extended edition of Return of the King. Yeah. Do you know how long that film is?
For over 4 hours.
4.5 hours, right? And Jazz, she told me, she said, if you stream, you're going to fall asleep halfway through the film. You won't be able to watch it. She wanted to watch the whole thing. And so did I. I said, I'm not going to fall asleep. It's fucking Return of the King. I wouldn't show such disrespect to such a great film. Anyway, she films a story, which you may have seen on her Instagram, of making me swear not to fall asleep. And I knew what she was doing. She wanted me to, say I'm not going to fall asleep. And then she'd follow it up with one of me on the couch asleep halfway through Return of the King.
I've toured with you before, and I said to Meg, I was like, he's going to fall asleep. He's not even going to last till the final battle scene.
Mate, Lord of the Rings. You know who tapped out? Jazz. She said, 2 hours in, we should go to bed. I said, we're not even at the Battle of Osgiliath yet. Went to bed. And she never did that follow-up snap. She couldn't even admit to her own people that she was the one who tapped out. But I would like to state that. Yeah.
I would say that's bit double standards, you know. She's happy to throw you under the bus, but if I'm ever in a situation like that, I like to think that I'm always happy to admit fault, you know?
Yeah.
Except for 90% of the time, obviously.
That was her fuck up. One, she put me up against Lord of the Rings, which I love, and two, she made it a competition. So that's like giving Usain Bolt steroids. Of course he's going to win.
Yeah, this is a man who also walked she's come in to defend herself.
I have to admit that I fell asleep.
Yeah.
However, we both know the only reason you stayed awake was because I said that there's no way you could stay awake.
Yes.
And the power of not being wrong fueled you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were both falling asleep. You were just too stubborn to call it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Jazz called it first. Doesn't matter. I'm the winner. I'm the winner. If you know, I don't know. I've got nothing else to say. My brain doesn't work. But I won.
How's the way Jazz comes in and Lewis just cowers? You know, you can really tell who wears the pants in that relationship. You know, Jazz comes in. You know, the last time she came in, she threw fucking burnt carpet at you. I understand why you're scared.
Well, I'll have you know, Luke, that she was actually just wearing a towel. So I'm wearing pants, actually.
Yes. Oh, okay. No one wears the pants in your relationship.
Yeah. That's why I was speaking so loud.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So, boys,
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, you'll have to speak up on wearing a towel.
I like
Very,
that one.
very
It's a
obscure
Simpsons reference.
reference. Yeah.
Very good.
Wouldn't get it. Haven't seen The Simpsons. So, yeah, that's my life. Boys, Among Us apologies are in order. Last week, remember when 5 minutes ago I brought that up? Yeah.
Yeah. No, not really. You got hairy legs, corn pop.
Jeez, that didn't fucking hit, did it? Not even with Keelan, who is pretty much has the lowest, I would guess, standard of humor on this show. And if you're not making Keelan burst out laughing, you're fucking flopping.
Yeah, look, guys, I'm a wild card this episode, and the upside of the wild card has not appeared yet.
You said that, and Keelan frowned. He just went,
bad sign. Bad sign, especially judging by the behavior of last week's stream, the stuff that was making Keelan laugh. If I can't top that, it's a red flag.
That's one of the apologies I wanted to do. So we were streaming Among Us on my Twitch. We were doing it on Lewis's Twitch on Monday, and look, mine got a little bit out of hand. I want to apologize firstly to the viewers if you tuned into that. There was about 5 minutes of grown men laughing at fart noises, uncontrollably, not playing
I would
the game.
another apology from Luke. It was way more than 5 minutes. I reckon it was about fucking actually minimum 20, probably more like half an hour of us pissing ourselves laughing at fart noises.
Yes. At one point, I thought the laughter had stopped. I thought I was over it.
Yeah.
The fart noises had stopped, which we assumed Mike was playing. Then Lewis started playing a few too. And then I had a massive drink of water. Yeah. And then just as I had a drink of water, someone hit another fart. And then Keelan lost it. And I spat all over my computer screen. And
this is my favourite one we've ever done. Fart noises.
It was very fucking funny. I would like to come clean here, and I would also like to apologize, Luke. A lot of people were blaming Mike. A lot of people were blaming Keelan. From the start, it was absolutely me.
I knew it was you from the start, but then Mike kept doing it.
Mike, as always, did one thing that was funny and then thought, fuck, this is going to kill if I do it 60 more times. Got a bit old when Mike kept doing it. He had to be muted and booted from the server. I like to think that my fart noises, while not highbrow, were at least used a tasteful amount.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about when I did my own organic fart?
That was fucking hilarious.
Was one bit where Keelan went, shut up, I've got a real one. And then proceeded to fart into the microphone. And then we all laughed hysterically
what I liked about that
Yeah.
he farts into his mic, but then he has to put it straight up to his nose to fucking use it. So he just cupcaked himself live on stream. And he wasn't lying about it being organic. That shit sounded grain-fed and free-range.
The only person, as you can tell if you're looking at all our screens now, the only person who was hating it the whole time was Ruben. He was there to do one thing, and that was play Among Us properly, efficiently, obviously productively, which we all know he loves, and he wanted to win.
Boring.
And then Devlin was really annoyed because for some reason, every time he was the imposter, the fart noises kept coming up, and he was annoyed that no one was taking his game seriously when he was the imposter.
He won 100% of the time when he was imposter, which if you've never played it, is very, very unlikely. Very hard to win, but he won every time he was the imposter. But it was nothing to do with his skill. In fact, he was quite bad at the game. It was all to do with every time we held a meeting, no one said anything. Everyone just played fart noises and pissed themselves laughing. While he sat there going, guys, don't you suspect anything? I have a good alibi. And we're just screaming at farts.
So that's the first apology. Sorry to everyone involved for that. But also I'd do it again. Tune in next week. And the second apology, I wanted to reach out to Ruben here. Look, things get a little tense. It's one of those games if you don't know. How would you describe it for people who may not know the game? It's kind of like Cluedo if it was a video game. There's one person who's a murderer.
It's like a party game.
Yeah, and then you just like accuse everyone and you lie to all your friends. It really tears friendship groups apart. And I would say we have found out last night that we have quite a dysfunctional workplace environment here, which I guess we already knew from 120 episodes of this podcast. But at one point, Ruben was getting a little heated, and I think I just threw out pretty unprompted, pretty rude. I just screamed, "Shut the fuck up, Ruben, you're a vegan." And that was off topic, and I apologize for that.
I would say usually the heated debate and the accusations and the vile insults come when you're sort of trying to figure out who the imposter is. This was not one of those times.
No, it was actually during the bit of the game where you're supposed to be silent. It wasn't even during a meeting. You're not allowed to talk while the gameplay is actually being done, but there was
Like
a lot of
war
arguing.
crime, really. It
was
goes
just-
against the rules of engagement.
Yeah, but often a lot of the arguing kind of carried throughout the game and didn't actually stop.
I remember I was complaining because somebody kept playing a noise. Every time the game started, someone would play a noise, which was irritating to my ears. And so I said, whoever's playing that, you got to stop. And then Luke, with malice in his voice, said, "Shut up, Ruben, you're a fucking vegan."
What was the noise?
It was like...
we were doing a bit where, because the game says, shh, and then we all started going into the microphones, which was and very disrespectful yet again to our viewers, and also disrespectful to our fellow people playing the game. And Ruben, as we know, very particular about things and hates being blasted with unnecessary things, including
I'm
noise.
so particular. I'm so particular about things, aren't I?
You
I just
are.
hate annoying sounds in my ears.
Very odd.
Strange.
So yeah, that's my apology. Keelan, did you want to apologize? You're not going to apologize for farting into our ears?
I think the boys egged me on for that one. I'm not apologizing. Maybe.
Hang on, no
You
one.
get away with so much shit. Oh, I ate glue because you guys were fucking egging me on.
We absolutely didn't egg you on. When you said, "Oh, I think I'll have an organic fart coming in a little bit,"
Everyone
did anyone say, "Oh, fuck yeah, can't wait"?
No, I think I said,
no.
everyone be quiet, be quiet.
Yeah, that's what Luke did.
So that's on Luke. So I would like Luke, I want you to apologize for Keelan's fart.
Huh? No, it was funny. And I
do
stand by
want
it.
to apologize to Ruben for only voting for him just to cause drama. And there were a few times where I would hit the emergency button or do stuff on purpose just to annoy Ruben, and I apologize for that. But at the time, definitely worth it.
Okay. Well, I would like to counter-apologize to Keelan for, I think, twice in the game suggesting we vote Keelan out because it would be funny.
That was funny.
It was
though.
definitely
we did
funny
vote
at the
him out.
time. Yeah.
No, don't apologise for that because I voted for myself
Okay,
those
great.
times as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Because again, we all agreed it would be pretty funny.
I would actually like to flip the script here a little bit, and I would like to demand an apology because when playing the game, nobody appreciated the sound effects I was playing, which I thought were very funny.
Leave now and never come back.
And I just think that it's a bit disrespectful to not appreciate the effort that I've gone to play sound effects that are not only timely, culturally relevant, but also could be used in specific instances. For example, Keelan, can you accuse me of being the imposter?
It must have been Lewis the imposter because I saw him kill Ruben.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'll be honest, I thought it was Whitey who was playing those sound effects, and I let it slide because like it doesn't work in comedy and like stuff like that. And I was like, oh, it's fine. It's like it's a real 6, and it continued throughout the stream. I realized towards the end that it was you. Yeah. So I just didn't say anything because I was like, I don't want people to think differently of Lewis as a comedian.
Okay, well, I appreciate you saying those words, Luke, but I didn't hear a sorry there.
No, I'm not going to apologize for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
apologies
I guess I'm going to be...
And away he goes, precious. Gone.
So are we all done with apologies? Do you want to apologize for that one?
There's not... I'm done. I don't know if you guys are done. I feel like you guys are almost done.
Guys, I got one more thing. I got one more thing to say.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Guys, I think that we should never do Among Us again. Because this is what has happened to the podcast. It's negatively affected the show. My brain's fucked. Everyone's fighting and playing fart noises on the episode. I think that we should never play Among Us again.
Yeah, I'm happy to stand by that. And also, I think that, like, I came out of my room the other night after streaming, and I had a headache. Like, and it makes like, oh, why? What's wrong? Like, you look like shit. And I'm like, I laughed for so long at farts that my brain hurts, and that's really concerning.
I woke up this morning with hungover, even though I've never drunk in my life, and with a 6-pack from just laughing. Yeah, it's fucked.
At flatulence.
And I think that Among Us was really a sign and a moment for all of us to realize that quarantine has officially sent us fucking mad.
There was a few warning signs before that, I think, on this show.
Yes.
We all laughed at a sound last week. That went,
yeah, that was...
We all laughed hysterically at this last week. Oh, Gillen, that set him off again.
Yeah. I think that sound made an appearance on the stream as well. Someone played that. And you know what's funny about that is someone played that and I didn't laugh. It just made me really angry because I was halfway through searching for that sound to play it on the stream myself. So I would say we've officially gone nuts.
Yep. Now, Lewis, you had a business to expose.
Yes.
Although, because of the state of your brain right now, are you in the best mindset to be exposing big corporations?
I would say that it doesn't matter what mindset that you're in. If a business is acting shady, they must be exposed, okay? So hit the fucking button. Businesses exposed. You've been a naughty business. That's right.
Oh,
businesses exposed. Huh? Oh,
Jinx.
sorry.
So now if I say his name, right? And then he can talk again?
I think you got to say it 5 times.
Oh, I shouldn't have jinxed him. It's really fucked the flow of the segment.
Oh, hang on. Can't jinx under a roof. Gotcha. Owned. Right.
Cool.
So Businesses Exposed, it's a segment where I expose businesses for shady practices. If you have an ABN, you could get it, okay? I've done a lot of global mega corporations, but if you're just a mum and pop store, you've been fucked over by the coronavirus restrictions, you're going in debt, and you're only hanging on by a thread. If I see you doing something shady, I'm gonna step on your neck. So fucking watch out, okay? No mercy for anyone with an ABN. That goes.
That's
for
the
me and
official
Luke as
show
well.
policy. Yeah.
Ruben has an ABN. Keelan's got one. You could all be up for it. But today, I'm going to be exposing Subway. Right? Subway has recently in Ireland. They have been at the Supreme Court. Not even a regular court. The most Supreme Court, the highest court in the land of Ireland, has determined that bread sold by the fast food chain Subway contains so much sugar that it cannot legally be defined as bread. Get
Oh my god, I'm so exposed. It's
Subway?
ridiculous.
Get out of here. Now, I would assume that the bread recipe is the same. I would think that the filling is different in different countries based on cultural differences, but you'd think the bread is the same no matter what country it's in. So I would say that all of these fucking Subways in Australia, they are not even selling bread.
Yeah, so what it is I did some research into this as well because I was worried about your brain exploding or something, reading out a fact or something from online. So
What's
apparently it's the bread, for it to be considered bread, it has to contain under 2% of the weight of the flour in the bread, right?
Less than 2%.
Less
sugar.
than 2% sugar of the
Right.
of the amount of weight that is the flour that makes up the dough of the bread, right? Apparently, the Subway one contains 10%, so it's 5 times the amount of sugar that should be in bread, what we would consider bread.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so I read that the reason why this has made it to Supreme Court is because in Ireland they have they've got a law that says food that falls under like staple food, like essential foods, so like bread, fucking milk, water, all that kind of stuff gets like a different tax. So Subway was trying to like skip out on tax by saying that Subway is an essential food essentially.
But
it's not.
Absolutely not. It's a fun time treat now, Subway. I mean,
It
Subway
really is.
already went to shit about 3 years ago.
Nah, longer than that ago. I reckon I think it used to be, in Australia at least, it used to be really good like 2010 or 11.
Or no, like it was okay up
2000
until like 2015.
2016 is when the dip.
Yeah, they actually changed the ingredients in 2016, I think, or
And
2017.
they got rid of a bunch
Really,
of the cheeses.
I think there were 2 dips in quality, or maybe I got sick of it.
I mean, I still had the loyalty card early radio days, and
You'd
that
know
was when
better
it
than
started
me.
to go downhill. I used to go to the one in South Melbourne next to the radio station quite a bit, and I never even finished that loyalty card because I got over it. I think I got 12 stamps through a 20 stamp loyalty card, and I just threw in the towel, and I couldn't do it anymore. It was just even the mayo. It was just like I was like, this isn't mayonnaise. This is fucked. It's just white gunk.
Yeah, it is fucking weird how they went from like this health food and then they just turned into McDonald's, but they're trying to kind of keep the health food vibe.
That's the way it was like definitely marketed at the start, which was like a healthy fast food alternative.
I think it kind of was. It wasn't, from memory.
It absolutely
it
was.
Wasn't that bad.
It was eat fresh. It was like the whole thing was like it was an alternative and it was just as quick and stuff, and you got to choose what you want. It was great at the start. And then obviously they wanted to start avoiding tax, making cash, and became what they are now, you know?
Now, I actually I wasn't planning on talking about this in Subway, but you remember the debate we had on the show about what is actually considered a loaf, right? A loaf of bread. A lot of the people in the Sound Off section, and we kind of agreed with this, said that a loaf is whatever has crust 360 degrees around it. That's a loaf. If it's covered in crust, right? Now, I would say the Subway bread that isn't bread falls under that definition. So if it's not bread, is it a loaf?
So do we have to start calling all Good Samaritans of our show pastries? Because what's it considered? What's the Subway bread considered now? A pastry because it's full of sugar?
I guess so. Yeah, what is it? Let me see. Let me see
there
if
is
they.
an answer.
A fun time bread.
What did they call it?
Confectionery.
Cake. They called it
Confectionery.
cake.
Really? So it's just straight up lolly.
Wow.
I think it looks like confectionery here.
Yeah, they moved it to confectionery and said it was more like a cake, is what I'm reading.
Jesus,
That makes sense. I mean, that's the difference between bread and cake is sugar. Really,
I
that's
mean,
the
cakes
only
have
difference.
crumbs. Lots of things
That's true.
have crumbs. But
I wouldn't call it cake. Has crust around it. I wouldn't call that a loaf. So I'd say no. Subway bread is not a loaf because it's cake.
yeah, but Subway aren't loaves. I don't think we have to change our definition on the show as a loaf. It's just Subway doesn't fall into that category anymore.
Well, maybe we need to take this to Ireland's Supreme Court. Get them to decide.
I reckon we
All
could
the way to
settle
the
it here.
top.
We could settle it here outside of court,
Oh, okay.
probably.
Well,
Yep.
in fact, I think Ruben has an Irish judge in his room, doesn't he, from the Supreme Court?
Yes. Yeah. Let me just get him for you.
Can you just go and grab him? And we just settle it now on the show. I like that idea. It's from memory. I think Ruben actually lives with one of the Supreme Court justices from Ireland.
He's just going to be a second. Let me just give
Give me
him
a second. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Bit strange that Ruben came back. Don't know why he's under the bloody desk there. What's he been
Yeah.
up to?
I think the stairs there.
He's on his way. Just give me a moment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's on his way. Strange. I can't.
Oh, to be sure. Any questions?
Yep. Hey mate, is
mate,
Subway
so-
bread?
Where's your... Don't judges
Where's your
usually
hat?
have some kind of a hat?
Yeah.
I left it at home.
Well,
Did
aren't you
it
at
break?
I've-
Where's the hat you showed us before the show?
I just got 1 second, friends.
Did you not pick up? That's what I was trying to get you to do, bro. Oh my God. Really, a massive fumble by Ruben with this bit. Really fucked up the bit
He
there.
literally had a judge's thing. That's
Oh,
what
there-
we
oh,
wanted
there he
the
is. There
first
he is.
time.
To
Hey,
be
mate.
sure.
This is...
Okay, Your
I
Honor.
feel like I'm inside of Lewis's brain right now. It's just falling apart.
Your Honor, I would like to ask, as we all know, that you only get to ask one question of the Supreme Court Justice from Ireland. I had one question, but I would like to change. I'd like to change that question. I think you boys will be on board with this.
You might have to speak up. Like, I don't have my headphones on anymore, so I can't hear you very well.
I was just saying. I want to ask you one question.
Yes?
Do you think this would have been a lot funnier if you got the wig way before, instead of forgetting that it was in your house?
Yes, that might have flowed a bit better. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks, mate.
What's the? I have to go now.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, mate. How you going?
What did the judge have to say?
Oh, he just said that the bit would have been funny if you remembered you had that hat in your room instead of completely fumbling the bag. Are you all right?
Did you just fall?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
I think
That's good.
Yeah.
I think it's time to end lockdown, boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's definitely time to end lockdown.
Good.
You had something to accuse me of, Lewis. I've been trying to prompt this, but whatever. Your brain's not on, so I believe you had something to accuse
that's
me of
right.
today.
We need to talk. Okay, you know what? It's time for another Businesses Exposed. Fucking hit the button. Businesses Exposed. Ah, you've been a naughty business. Right. Luke Kidgel, do you have an ABN?
Sure do.
Right. Does Luke and Lewis have its own separate ABN?
I think so.
All right. So it does.
Hope so.
It does. We also have an accountant, and we haven't done our tax yet. Can you follow up on that?
Yeah.
Right. That's two businesses that I'm implicating in this. something happened.
Hang on, before we start this segment, because I think I know how it's going to go. Do you have an ABN?
Yes, I do.
Yep. Ruben, do you?
Yes.
And Keelan, do you?
Yes.
Great, good to know. All right, we all have an ABN, so no one here is got to get off scot-free.
Everyone's getting exposed here, and now I'm blaming this mostly on you, Luke, because, but also I'm not free from guilt. I think that while you did the wrong thing, we didn't stop you from doing it. So you've exploited the system, but the system also failed here. Now, Luke, we have a rule on our show that you violated without a condom last week.
Raw dogged the fucking one rule on this show.
The one rule.
Oh no, we have a few rules. No shout outs. Respect the king, Daniel Tocknell, and earn a plug.
Yeah.
We have about maybe 4 to 5 rules.
Yeah, we have a couple of rules. We all know, right, that you have to earn a plug on this show. If you're selling Luke and Lewis stuff, no worries, all good. But if you come here with some individual thing that I'm not getting a kickback for, guess what? You need to earn that. Now, if I recall correctly, I wanted to plug a little bit of merch that I was selling, my official U2's figure. Now, if I recall correctly, I had to earn that plug by referring to my studio as a garage. I remember that.
And I would say you bent the rules a little bit there by calling it a garage for a month instead of a garage.
You said that I had to call it a garage. You didn't say anything about tone or if it had to be not sarcastic, okay?
I'll allow it.
Irish judges back.
Oh, he's gone. So I noticed last week, Luke, you just walked onto our show and started off the episode just plugging your merch.
Yeah,
you didn't earn
Is it this merch?
This
Hey!
merch that Keelan is an ambassador of.
This merch
Get one
specifically?
You
1
didn't
cent
ask?
off if you use the code Keelan.
I'm gonna say right now-
LukeKittle.com/merch.
Right here, right now, to all of our listeners, I'm putting a trade embargo on all World Gym merch. Do not buy it. I'm
all right.
boycotting LukeKittle.com. Do not buy any
All
of
good.
his merch until he earns a plug.
All good, guys. We've almost sold out of t-shirts, so you're pretty
Fuck.
late anyway on that one. Only about 10 t-shirts left, but do
Fuck,
your best,
guys.
Lewis. Man, it's telling you, at the World Gym, it's a revolution. You can't stop it, even no matter how
Mate.
hard you try.
You need to be punished for this.
No, okay. In my defense, I think we all forgot about it, to be honest.
Well, that's a
No
good
one.
That's a good defense. Didn't think about that.
I forgot about that rule. I was a bit excited about the World Gym. It kind of came up organically because I was just wearing the merch. And by organically, I just bought it up pretty organically.
Sounds like one
And
of Keelan's organic farts.
there's 3 other
Suspiciously
people.
manufactured. Horrific sounding.
There's 3 people here with an ABN that's not me who didn't pull me up on the rule. You guys all know the rule.
Yeah,
We're all
do.
aware of it. The only people, I think you're actually bringing this up because only the listeners realize, we all didn't realize until we posted the episode live that this kind of went unnoticed. And I saw the top comment that called me out for not earning a plug. Now I like rules. Rules create order, and there's a reason we have rules, and I respect them. So I'm happy to, I have 1 defense, but I assume you're not willing to take it. Can I do my 1 defense?
Okay, I'll hear you out. But I have an idea.
A few people in the sound off section suggested that I did earn my plug by essentially admitting on the show that my t-shirts are produced in sweatshops all around the world. Few people thought that was quite bad branding for my business and said, look, he definitely took a hit admitting that his t-shirts are made by 9-year-olds. Yeah, I would think openly, not many companies will come out and just admit how unethical their products are. Now, I don't even know if that's true. I think they're actually Australian made, but I'm assuming someone was whipped in the process.
I think they're printed in Australia, but the actual blank T-shirts themselves were made in blood diamond mines in the Congo by 9-year-olds.
Perhaps, and I'm not denying that once again. So that's my 1 defense is I was pretty open about the ethics behind my t-shirts, which I think grants me some kind of, a few people throwing around the term crumb. I feel like it would have been crumb for me to deny that.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Here's what I think. I think that while you exploited the system, we also didn't stop you. So this is a failing. I think the blame is mostly on you.
It's a failure of the show, really.
It really is a failure of the show. And
You
know
would have
what?
done the same
Credit to
thing
the listeners.
with
Absolutely.
your
If
YouTube's
I could've gotten
figures.
away with it, for sure.
I just
Absolutely.
pulled you up on it when you first tried to bring it up on the show.
False. I said I need to earn a plug for my YouTube's figure. That was organised by me. I followed the correct protocols. Now, I think, Luke, you've exploited the system here. So I think that we all must be punished, but I think you need to take the brunt of that punishment.
Okay.
What's a collective punishment that we can all be punished with, but you get it the worst?
Well, I was thinking I had another solution, which is I can
Could it
earn
maybe be wearing World Gym merch?
Well, you mean the comfiest, best-selling merch in the game right now? Okay,
I've got hairy
fine. I'm
legs,
happy to
bro.
do that.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could earn a retrospective plug. You know,
Oh,
like
earn it
earn
now.
one now, and then I don't
Yeah.
plug anything.
Retrospectively earn a plug, not
That's
earn
it.
a retrospective plug.
All right, Mr. English. All right,
No problem.
we get
Well,
it.
it is
Probably
it is
read
a
the
language we all
dictionary
speak.
before bed. Well, not all of us. So 3 out of 4. Yeah,
Fuck are you speaking?
I'm just not fluent yet. I
Yeah,
dabble.
Getting there. Yeah.
So what do you reckon? I retrospectively earn a plug, and then I just don't plug anything, and we just move on.
Yep. Okay.
Happy to
How
do
about this?
that.
All right. I'm going to be honest here. My brain fell out at the start of the episode. As soon as I woke up, it was slipped onto the floor. I can't think of anything, but I'm willing to throw it to the listeners here. Sound off in the comment section below. How can Luke retrospectively earn a plug?
Yep.
We'll get him to do it, and then I'll lift the trade embargo, the boycott on the World Gym merch, and you guys can buy some again.
Yeah, that's fine. Sound like
Yeah.
hotcakes anyway, so
Well,
flying off the shelves.
you're still plugging. You haven't earned it, so
No, I'm not
gonna
plugging. I'm
request-
just giving facts about my merch. Best-selling merch I've ever done. Really comfortable.
Sounds like a plug. That's
Probably
a plug.
made in a
really
blood
comfortable.
diamond mine.
That's a plug. That's a plug. You said it was comfortable.
Is
That's
made in a
plug.
blood diamond mine plugging it?
No,
You know,
no.
unethical,
Yep.
but high quality.
Guys, I think we're going to end the episode there.
We've only been going for like 37 minutes.
Oh, hang on. The judge is back. He'll give us another 3 minutes.
I think that's enough out of you, Mr. Kedgel.
What?
What?
I think that's enough out of you, Mr.
Oh, no.
Kedgel.
Ah, great. Yeah, that's good.
That's a plug.
What language are you speaking, Your Honor?
It's not Irish.
It's the God's language.
Keelan, you had something?
Yeah, here we go. We should talk about Patreon movie night turning into something
Yes.
else.
Okay.
yes.
So if you're not on the Patreon, you have a small brain like me. And you should get on there. You get 2 bonus episodes every single month, but we also do, we have an official Luke and Lewis Discord server that has a great little community in there that's growing every month, and we love that here. And what we've been doing once a month is we've been having movie night where Luke, myself, Keelan, and occasionally Ruben will
He's a busy
jump in.
man.
He's a busy man. We'll jump in on a Zoom, on a Discord voice chat, and we all watch a movie at the same time using Netflix Watch Party. Now that is a segment that started off, and I think you'd agree with me, guys. Started off as a roaring success. The Discord loved it. The Patreon supporters.
Well, it's because
loved
we
it.
started off watching Shrek. It was a massive hit.
Yep.
Then I think we transitioned into Paddington 2, which I
Paddington
thought was
2
strong.
Was a good one.
Yeah.
It was strong.
strong.
And then
Thank you.
Looney Tunes really fucking brought the vibe down.
Looney Tunes was the beginning of the end for movie night.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
Shark Tale was a nice little pick-me-up. And then it
Yeah.
went, and Over the Hedge slapped.
Over the Hedge
But
was
then
good.
Cat in the Hat was just a massive bomb, and it was decided halfway through the film that we should never actually do this again. Mutually by everyone.
Not even. Oh, next time let's watch a better movie. Cat in the Hat was so bad that everyone was like, "Yeah, let's not do this again." It was a record low attendance. You know, the first movie night, it was packed. There were almost too many people there.
Yep.
Fucking Cat in the Hat, there was like 3 people, and it was just, and you know, that was me, Luke, and Keelan.
Yeah, I think we should have subbed out a few of those shitty ones with like a Wreck-It Ralph or something like that. But Anyway,
if it's not obvious from what we've been listing as the movies that were watched, Keelan was in charge of picking the films.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Were you or were you not in charge of picking the films?
Yeah, I didn't pick Shark Tale.
And Shark Tale was
That's
great.
a bad movie. That's
Shark
a bad
Tale
movie.
was great. Shark Tale was, I would say, probably other than
Third best.
Yeah, probably third best. Yeah. So
What was the last movie we watched?
Cat in the Hat.
No, Madagascar.
Madagascar.
which
Oh,
That was
Madagascar was horrid.
Lewis was shitting on, but it's a great film.
Yeah, it was
No,
fine.
I hate that film. Everyone kept calling me Melvin. I wasn't about it.
Yeah, I mean, just because you resemble one of the characters, that's not anyone else's problem.
Well,
In my
look, okay,
defense,
Yeah.
5 of the 10 movies we did, or however many we did, half of them were fine. So it
Not a
wasn't
good-
a
not a good hit
100%
rate.
fail rate.
not a good hit rate. Okay,
Whatever.
so Luke and I have been talking with the Patreon supporters, and we've come up with a solution that we think is going to fix the monthly events and is going to reignite the passion that we have for getting together once a month as a community in the Discord server. We thought movie night was kind of like, we thought, that's like what the cool teacher does or the substitute teacher does when he walks into class. He's a little bit hungover. Maybe he was playing fart sounds on Among Us for 5 hours to 300 people, disrespecting the platform that is Twitch. And he comes in, doesn't feel like doing his job. So he's like, fuck it, let's chuck on a movie. And that's often really great, but sometimes the choice of movie is terrible, okay? So we thought, keeping with the substitute teacher, cool teacher vibe, we are going to be officially replacing Patreon movie night with Patreon free time. The best time ever in school. You guys remember that? When it was just free time for half an hour in primary school? Do whatever the fuck you want together or...
So essentially, it's like if you're in Patreon free time, which we're going to be doing once a month, we're all just on the Discord voice chat, right? And I swear to God, if we catch you studying or anything of the sort, you're banned, right? None of that here. It's free time, all right? Just play fucking Minecraft or whatever while you're, pretending to play Mathletics or something like that. Just do anything that's not actual work is
do
fully
some
encouraged.
drawing. Hang out and just have a chat. Just enjoy a tea. Paint
some
blocks.
blocks.
Warhammer miniatures.
If you want, you don't have to do that, but paint some blocks,
Yeah.
anything.
It's free time and it's going to be sick. I'm looking forward
Paint
to
your
that.
nails, even.
Yeah. Because I think movie night got in the way of community discussion because you didn't want to interrupt the movie too much or whatever.
Often you get heckled by something King Julian said, and it was just a little distracting. So we thought, let's just get rid of the movie and just do free time, hang out,
you can
have
watch
a
a
chat.
movie during free time. You can sit there and watch your fucking Netflix show while you're chilling out with the boys and girls who support the Luke and Lewis show.
Play some video games. Up to you. It's entirely up to you, free time. And we're going to be doing that. When's the next one? Probably in a couple of weeks.
It's the last Tuesday of the month is when we do it.
Last Tuesday of the
so
month. So
in a
open
few
your
weeks.
calendar, figure that out. Support us on Patreon. You get 2 extra episodes every single month that no one else gets. And you get free time, which is going to be sweet. I'm going to be grinding out some fucking Warzone wins, let me tell you. I think that's it. I think that's all we need to talk about, guys. So we're going to come back better, stronger. We're going to have brains next week.
Can't promise brains.
I think that
Stop throwing out false hope.
Sorry,
You know how this show goes.
I'm gonna try and come back at least awake. I think.
Awake.
Yeah.
All right, we'll promise a conscious show next week.
Yeah.
Barely.
And to end the show, just before you hit the outro,
That's disgusting.
Was that just
wasn't
a
even a
sound
fart.
of
That
a
was
turd
just
hitting
shit
the
hitting the
toilet
toilet.
water?
I didn't mean that one.
Disgusting.
Sorry,
That was
guys.
fucking filthy. Well,
There we
that's
go.
even
That's
okay.
it.
Why do you
so
only have
done.
See you
wet
later.
sound effects?
End the episode. We're
They
done.
don't have to be moist. Guys, I think Ruben's about to quit the show.
I'm thinking of it.